Hey, this is Piecewise number 3. What is the location of ordered pair B? So I want to know this point here. And to do that, I'm going to have to use the information from the piecewise function. So I don't really have much. I know that ordered pair B is somewhere in this line. And if I had the equation of this line, I could probably begin to piece some things together. But I don't. So I'm going to start looking at what I do know. I know that I'm dealing with a quadratic here. And I can get its rule because I have one point in that quadratic. I'll probably need to do. And I know that the quadratic runs from 0 to 4 on the x-axis. So that tells me a couple things. First thing that tells me is where the x transitions is right there. I don't know the y, but the x will be a 4. And I know I'm starting off here with a quadratic function, and I have a point in that quadratic function. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. Y is equal to ax squared. I'm going to solve this piece right here. And I'm going to put in the known point. 3 for the x and 2.25 for the y. So this is just like our quadratic function that we learned already. A times 3 squared. So 2.25 is equal to 9a. Divide 2.25. And that's going to equal to 0.25. So 0.25 is my a. So my quadratic function is y is equal to 0.25 x squared. So I just found that rule right there. Now, who cares? Like, why did I solve that? Well, look. Here I have a constant function. I know the y's here are always going to be the same. The y here will be the same as the y here. The y here will be the same as the y here. And I can get that y because I have all the information I need in order to solve it. I know, I'll just point out to you over here as well, that the second function runs between where the x's are 4 and 7. Should tell you that. So I know over here for this point, I know that the x is a 7. Don't know the y. I can get the y though, because I can plug the x of 4 into that quadratic, and I can find out its matching y since I have the rule of the quadratic. That's why we got it. So let's put the x of 4 right there. Y is equal to 0.25 times 4 squared. Y is equal to 0.25 times 16, which is 4. Check me if you don't believe me. What that means is when the x was 4, the y is 4. And since the y is 4 there, the y is 4 there because that's the equation y equals 4, or f of x equals 4. Flat line. Check your exceptional cases from the previous video. Now, I have a point there for that line. And I'm finished in terms of calculating anything because I know the x is a 7 and I know that the y has to be a 4, and that is right there.